Hello and welcome to LIS570. This lecture will present a brief overview of the course. I'll go over how the course will be structured, what you'll need, and how the course will be organized. First, let me say that I'm looking forward to guiding you through the material and helping to give you a good background in database development and management. I've always really enjoyed working with databases, and if you like working with information as I do and figuring out how to organize it and finding out what kinds of things it can tell you, then I hope you will too. I'm sure some of you may feel a little intimidated by the technology, but we'll take it step by step with clear instructions and plenty of support. So if you keep up and ask questions, there isn't any reason all of you shouldn't do well in the course. So let's begin. We'll get some administrative details out of the way, and the first thing you should all do is read the syllabus very carefully. The syllabus is a formal agreement between the instructor and the students. You're responsible for everything on it, including the policies and understanding the grading and such. There will be some quiz questions on the syllabus. The syllabus is considered draft up to the first day of class, and then it's a binding agreement. The syllabus contains tentative schedules and topics that may change during the semester, so depending on how the class goes, you need to be aware of that, but policies and grading are firm once the course starts. The course is an online course conducted in the Desire to Learn course management system. The syllabus contains links to the course login site and to D2L help and tutorial links. Be sure you know how to get around in D2L by the time the course starts. The syllabus also contains contact information for the university's 24-hour technical support help desk. The syllabus lists several objectives for the course that you should read, but let me just give you an overview. First of all, there are many things that any upper division undergraduate or graduate course titled Database Development and Management needs to cover. And for this reason, we're going to use a standard text to make sure you have a grounding in some of these key areas. But we also want to make sure you have hands-on technical skills with Microsoft Access. Access, I think, is the market leader for a personal database management tool, both for operations, that is for the day-to-day management of a process, and also for analysis such as organization and interpretation of research data. We use Microsoft Access rather than some of the corporate database tools to teach database fundamentals. And we'll also diverge somewhat from more traditional courses in DB development by assuring that you have some hands-on experience moving data into and out of other applications, which is especially important for the analytical side of database applications, such as research, where data sources may involve collection and reuse from multiple data sources. So we'll spend the first few weeks of the course learning about how to get around and access and moving data, and the second half of the course learning how to build and administer a database application. I'm requiring two textbooks, one to help you learn the fundamentals of Microsoft Access and the other a textbook on database management and administration. I do expect a rental option will be available through D2L when the course opens, so don't buy these until we get the course started and you see what your options are. You'll also need a copy of or access to Microsoft Office Professional 2016 with Access. If you don't already have it, it's available free to U of A students with PCs. The information on that, how to obtain that, is in the syllabus. If you're using a Mac, the bad news is the software only runs on a PC. So you have a few options. If you are a U of A student on campus, most of the computer labs have PCs with the software installed. So you can complete the hands-on portion of the coursework on those and keep your work on a USB drive. If you're not on campus, many public libraries also have this software installed. And you can get by with using Access 2013 as well, so don't be concerned. There's fundamentally no difference between Access 2013 and 2016. Alternatively, you can buy software that allows you to install Windows on the Mac if you have enough disk space, and you can run Mac and Windows at the same time. So you would need to buy a full copy of Windows that's available at discounted student pricing. And then you can install the free Office software required using your student license. If you need technical support to get any of that working, it's available 24/7 at the number listed in the syllabus. So let's talk about how the course will lay out as the semester progresses. First, there's a calendar and schedule for the course in the course documents folder of D2L content. You should look at it and transfer any deadlines to your own calendar if you keep one. Each week, a unit will open on Wednesday in content. There will be written objectives required and supplementary readings, assignments, a link to one or more video lectures, and so on. We're going to work in pace as a class. You can read ahead in the textbooks if you like, but the assignments and lectures won't open early in order to keep us together. The units will outline the objectives for the unit, list in detail the readings, provide links to video lectures, other videos and readings, provide a list of discussion questions, and give you very specific instructions on the assignments that you need to complete. If there's a quiz due, it'll be noted in the module plan as well, but with only 10 quizzes, there won't be a quiz every unit. Quizzes are taken in the D2L quiz engine. Assignments are uploaded to the D2L assignments Dropbox. Discussion takes place in the D2L discussion section. And all assignments, discussion, and quizzes are due the following Sunday, the week following. So you actually have several days to complete each unit. There's a little overlap between each unit. Grading's covered in the syllabus, so just briefly, there are 4 basic grade components. First is weekly assignments. These are exercises due each week. That's 30% of your grade. There's a weekly discussion with questions totaling 15% of your grade, 10 quizzes, that's 20%. There's a semester-long project for a total of 35% of your grade. There are subparts to that that are graded individually, and there's a little bit of a difference between the undergraduate and the graduate, the way that breaks out. I'll talk about that in a minute. But all in all, that totals 35% of your grade. The assignments include exercises you need to complete. These are mostly from the course textbooks, and there are a few other exercises. These are mostly completion exercises, unless otherwise specified. So basically, you need to complete the exercises and then prove that you completed them. Usually that involves uploading a screen print of at specific points of the exercise. So you need to make sure you know how to create screen prints for upload. And note that you'll be asked to, especially in the case of the textbook exercises, to custom modify some of the data, for example, by putting your name in place of some of the standard names, so that I can identify from the screen print that what you uploaded is uniquely your work. So be sure to read the instructions very carefully. And most weeks there will be multiple individual assignments, so you might be uploading 5 or 6 screen prints for each set of exercises. And for the most part, you get full credit for timely submission of a fully completed set of exercises, assuming you did them correctly. A portion of the course grade, the 15%, is based on class discussion. The class is divided up into smaller groups to keep it interactive and fresh. Discussion questions based on lectures and readings will be included in the module plan. There will be some suggested topics. You must post at least 1 substantive top post and 2 substantive replies for full discussion credit. More are encouraged and will add to your understanding of the course and topics. It's set up so that you need to make your first post before you can see the posts of others. And you need to make your first post well before the deadline to make sure you give others time to respond. If I see the class or a section is waiting too long, I may set an earlier deadline for the top posts. You're also responsible for reading all of the posts in your discussion section, and that's tracked by D2L. I don't grade individual posts, but I keep track of and occasionally participate in discussion. And if I see that you're not keeping up, I'll let you know. Needless to say, posts must be civil and respectful. We don't tolerate flames, bullying, impolite argumentation. That can result in loss of credit. Repeated violations can lead to other sanctions. So read the syllabus for the classroom and community behavior policy, and that's probably enough said about that. Quizzes are scheduled throughout the semester. There's going to be 10 of them. These are short, mostly multiple choice, some true, false, and so on. And these cover terminology and just basic concepts. I think it's set for the best of 3 attempts, and the grade, it's standard grade, 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, and so on. These are on the honor system. They're open book. You must take them yourself, and you are not to discuss the quiz specifics with fellow students or post questions and answers online. That should go without saying. Refer to the Student Code of Academic Integrity in the syllabus. We treat violations of that pretty seriously. You should use these as a learning tool. They're just meant to reinforce basic terms and concepts, and they should be straightforward. The quiz open and close dates are listed in the class schedule along with the other open and close dates. So check that and make sure you don't miss those, because once the quiz is closed, they won't be reopened. The class project is spread out over the semester, consists of developing a database application that meets specific design objectives. We'll be talking about those as we go along. For undergraduates, the project is assigned. You'll complete the database individually. For graduate students, the project will be a group project. 3 to 4 of you will be assigned to groups, and you'll determine the design objectives and business rules. And you'll conclude with a peer review. You'll review each other's performance in the group. The graduate project is going to be necessarily of somewhat greater complexity, so the instructions for that will be available after the course begins. Due dates for each of the component parts of the project are noted in the course schedule. So take a look at that. They won't necessarily be listed in the individual module plans, and the class project is 35% of the grade. So that should be enough to get you started, give you some idea of how the course is going to run. The course will open up in D2L by the first day of class, and you should post an introduction in the discussion section provided. The first unit begins with some readings and preliminary discussion, plus a quiz, including some questions on the syllabus, so make sure you're familiar with the syllabus. You need the textbooks the first week, so as I say, I expect there will be a rental option, or if not, you'll be given some additional information on getting those. And then either plan on having the Microsoft Access software installed, or confirm where you'll be able to get it if you weren't installing it yourself, because you'll begin hands-on work the second week. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to working with all of you in the coming semester.